very good evening and welcome to the midweek edition of Prime TV News. I'm Ishara now. Let's get started with your top stories for the day. The Premier strongly warns Ranjan Ramanayaka. Parliamentarian Dasari Jayasekara urges the importance of insuring police vehicles. The Kathragama Asala Festival concludes on a grand scale. Possibility of enhancing showery and windy conditions. Von der Leyen elected EU Commission head. And now for your news in detail. Parliamentarian Dasari Jayasekara says that President Maithripala Sirisena has embarked a program to solve issues in the police service. Dasari Jayasekara highlighted that promotion schemes pertaining to 33,000 police officers will be resolved. He was addressing a media briefing held at the Sri Lanka Freedom Party headquarters today. The parliamentarian also said that the proposal of the President has already been approved by the Police Commission and forwarded it to the IGP. Dasari Jayasekara noted that some political hands are playing up in the issue and there are delaying allocation of provisions to implement the project. He stated that vehicles attached to the police department have not been insured. Hence, some police officers are expected to pay from their monthly salary in road accidents. He urged the government to intervene into the matter. Joining the press conference, Parliamentarian Veerakumara Disanayake said that the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will take the right decision in the upcoming elections. He pointed out that the SLFP will not dance to the tune of external parties. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has strongly warned State Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka in regard to the statement made by him denigrating the Buddha Sasana and the Mahasangha. Ranjan Ramanayaka met the Prime Minister today to clarify about the statement made by him. The Premier denounced the disparaging content of State Minister Ranjan Ramanayaka as it is malicious to goodwill of the Mahasangha. The Premier had also informed the State Minister to produce a written clarification on his statement. Ranjan Ramanayaka called on the Premier at Temple Trees. The final perahara of the historical Kathragama Asala Festival paraded streets last night. The Kathragama Asala Festival commenced on the 3rd of this month. The ITN Media Network was the media sponsor of the event and brought a comprehensive coverage on the cultural significance of the event. The final perahara commenced from the Kirivehera sacred land premises following religious observances under the aegis of Chief Incumbent of the Kathragama Rajamaha Vihara, Venerable Kobavaka Damminda Thera. The vote of thanks was delivered by Basnayaka Nilamaya of the Kathragama Devalaya, Tilruwan Rajapaksa. He highlighted that the Kathragama festival is a place for ethnic and religious harmony and reconciliation. The organisers of the perahara said that the presence of highest number of devotees of Kathragama was witnessed this year. The perahara that commenced from the Kirivehera paraded via several streets. The ITN took measures to air the event live from Kathragama. The water-cutting ceremony was held this morning at the Manik River with the presence of a large number of devotees. Meteorology Department says that there is a high possibility to enhance showery and windy conditions over southwestern part and in central hilly areas of the island and over the northwestern, southern, western and southern sea areas till 20th July 2019. Cloudy skies can be expected over most parts of the island. Strong gusty winds up to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour are likely over the island, particularly in the western, southern, central Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected elsewhere. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the Sabaragamuwa central, western, southern and northwestern provinces. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places elsewhere. Very heavy falls above 150 millimeters are likely at some places in the central and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Kaluthara, Gaul and Madura districts. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the Colombo and Gampaha districts. There may be temporary localized strong winds during thunder showers. The general public are requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by lightning activity. The Court of Appeal today decided to call the petition filed to challenge the implementation of death penalty on the 1st of October.
The court will also declare the stance on issuance of interim order on death penalty on the same day. The Supreme Court has already issued a suspension order against the execution of the death penalty. The Attorney General, filing his preliminary objections, said that as the petitioner has challenged a decision of the President, the Court of Appeal has no authority to hear the case. But the attorney of petitioner Malinda Seneviratne stated that the petition only challenges a decision of the Commissioner General of the Prisons Department and not of the President. Meanwhile, the 4th Magistrates Court today ordered to further remand Lieutenant Colonel of Navy Chandana Prasad Hettiarachchi till the 31st of this month. The case filed on abduction of 11 individuals in the years 2008 and 2009 was taken up before the 4th Magistrates Court today. The Criminal Investigations Department informed the magistrate that a statement was recorded from former Navy Commander Admiral Wasantha Karannagoda and another statement is scheduled to be recorded from President's Counsel Shavendra Fernando in connection with the Navy Commander's statement. The CID stated that President's Counsel Shavendra Fernando had been the counsel for the Attorney General's Department when the case was filed, and it has been revealed that he had given instructions to hide some facts pertaining to the incident during the filing process. The CID said that, however, further investigations into Shavendra Fernando's involvement are being conducted. Though the CID had asked Shavendra Fernando to give a statement, he has not arrived at the CID so far. The CID officers requested the court to issue an order to summon him before the CID.
The Attorney General has informed the IGP that a good amount of evidence is at hand to arrest Secretary to the National Police Commission, Saman Dissanayake, and former Additional Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, Damayanti Jayaratne, in connection with the Avantgarde incident. The Attorney General has given the clarification when the acting IGP has made an explanation about the situation. The Attorney General has filed a case against Chairman of the Avantgarde Company, Nishanka Senadipati, and 7 other defendants on causing a damage of 114 billion rupees to the government by giving permission to run a floating armory under Avantgarde. The defendants will be arrested and produced before the courts accordingly. The Shilpa Sena exposition will be held at the Bandaranaike International Conference Hall, Colombo, from tomorrow to the 21st of this month. The inaugural ceremony of the event will be held under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The Ministry of Science, Technology and Research organizes the event and the media sponsor is the ITN network. The Shilpa Sena exposition includes 600 stalls encompassing technology innovations, blue-green zones, entertainment and career guidance. Musical concerts will be held from 7 p.m. onwards during the period with the participation of popular vocalists. Deputy Minister Karnaratna Parnavithana says the death penalty should not be implemented in Sri Lanka as a civilized and democratic nation. The Deputy Minister made these comments following a media briefing held in Ambalipitiya. Karnaratna Parnavithana further stated that Sri Lanka's administration should not replicate what autocratic and undemocratic leaders follow. The Deputy Minister also highlighted that baseless allegations should not be levelled on individuals who do not stand by execution of prisoners. The Anuradhapura District exhibition of the Enterprise Entrepreneurs Paradise, which has been organised under the Enterprise Sri Lanka programme, will commence on the 24th of this month under the patronage of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. The first exhibition of the Enterprise Entrepreneurs Paradise was held in Monaragala. The second exhibition is scheduled to be held in Anuradhapura. Minister Chandrani Bandara said that the exhibition intends to support entrepreneurs in the district. She noted that the exhibition is open for everyone and particularly attendance of school kids is expected. The minister said that the school children will be able to garner a great deal of knowledge about a range of subjects attending the event. Minister Chandrani Bandara also said that around 200 million rupee investment will be made to the district with the implementation of the programme. Minister Sajith Premadasa says 20,000 new villages will be built by 2025. The minister said that but some subversive elements in the society try to hinder such positive endeavours. He also pointed out that character assassinations has been part of their campaigns. The minister noted that they are jealous about advancements of the life of the low-income people. Minister Premadasa was speaking at the opening of the Abises Gama Udagamane at the Igakanda area in Alpitiya. It is 216 model village constructed under the Yalipibidana Udagamana program. The cost that was borne by the government to build the village is 33 million rupees. Parliamentarian Nalinda Jayatissa says the Batticaloa campus should be acquired by the government and make it a place accessible for students from all walks of life. Nalinda Jayatissa was speaking at a media briefing held at the JVP headquarters. He pointed out that the Batticaloa campus is a prime example of lack of coordination among government institutions. The approval given by the Ministry of Higher Education is vague, and the funds received by the campus had not been known by the BOI. Nalinda Jayatissa said the similar story was with Saitam. He added that all the people who had been involved in money laundering and misusing of land belonged to the Mahaveli authority when constructing the buildings should be sued. Nalinda Jayatissa, responding to a question raised by a journalist, stated that the JVP will support a presidential candidate who would have a set of progressive policies. A group of people who hold Jayabhumi land deeds staged a protest in front of the Walasmula Divisional Secretariat.
The protesters had tried to invade into the Secretariat building and a tense situation occurred accordingly. The protesters complained that during the court trial on the land blocks, the officers from the Divisional Secretariat had not presented due documents before the court. Meanwhile, Sri Lankans were able to witness the final lunar eclipse of this year from 12:30 a.m. to 5:47 a.m. today. The Arthur C. Clarke Centre and the Planetarium had organised special programs to observe the lunar eclipse. The annual Perahara, which is organised by the historical Somavati Rajamahaviharya, was held for the 14th consecutive time. The Perahara commenced after placing of the casket of sacred relics on the auspicious elephant by Minister Gamini Jaivikram Perera. The Somavati Perahara was featured with a range of cultural items, including low and up-country dances. The government has purchased more than 11,100 metric tons of paddy from the Northern Province under the National Paddy Purchasing Initiative. The Paddy Purchasing Board stated that the highest amount of paddy purchased from the Northern Province. The government set aside 440 million rupees to buy the stock at the certified rate.
Student Bimalka Induranpiti of Dharmaloka Mahavidyalaya in Palmadulla has been able to bag the first place of the international painting competition that was held in Kanagawa, Japan. She was able to secure the top place competing with 200,000 entries from 96 countries. Bimalka Induranpiti, who returned to the country, was felicitated at a special function held at the Palmadulla Rajamahaviharaya. Now it's time for Biz News.
The Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau is rolling out an initiative to double the incentive provided for inbound tour operators to $10 per traveller in a bid to encourage them to increase tourist traffic and promote the destination following the Easter Sunday attack. The promotion agency will provide $10 per tourist the tour operators bring into the country, which will be funded by the 2019 budget approved for Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau. Previously, $5 per tourist was paid. It is reported that the program was active in the past but was discontinued and was being reactivated due to requests from tour agents, especially aftermath of Easter Sunday terror attacks. Tour operators who bring over 1,000 tourists to the country annually are eligible for the program.
That's all we have for you today. Do join us again tomorrow at the same time. But till then, you can visit itnews.lk to be updated with the very latest. I'm Ishara Nautun. Stay safe, stay blessed, and good night.